It can happen to anyone, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, accused of a crime you didn't commit. It's rare, but it does happen. Bodie Brooks introduces us to two Kentuckians who lived that nightmare and explains how a new bill could help bring justice when the system gets it wrong.
Johnetta Carr and Mike Von Allman have a few things in common. They're both Kentuckians who, through no fault of their own, ended up serving time. Mike's story starts in 1981 with a case of mistaken identity.
Not a joke. Walked into a bar and was followed home because the people in the bar had a composite drawing of a rapist that had attacked someone in that bar. I looked identical to that composite drawing.
It snowballed into a conviction that put him in prison for 11 years and another 16 on parole before being exonerated.
Good days, bad days, sometimes it all comes back.
At 16, Johnetta was wrongfully convicted of murder, despite being at a friend's sleepover the same night.
It's bad enough, being incarcerated for a crime you didn't commit. Have to go through all those emotions. I got really, really hopeless. Tried to commit suicide several times because it felt like a living nightmare to me. It was like I was in a bad dream that I could not wake up from.
With help from the Kentucky Innocence Project, both of their records are cleared, but the work to get back to a normal life was not easy. Representative Jason Nemus of Louisville hopes this year Kentucky will join 38 states, D.C., and the federal government by passing a bill to give compensation back to exonerees. Not those who've had convictions overturned on a technicality, but those who can actually prove they did not commit the crime.
It's a tough standard to meet, as it ought to be, but when one meets it, then Kentucky should acknowledge the mistake that's been made.
Nemus says the dollar amount is modest compared to what they've been through and the major life moments missed. For those like Johnetta, it's about much more than money. She thinks of the other exonerees she's met along the way.
That have done 10 years, 15 years, some of them have actually passed away, before they got a chance to see any type of justice in Kentucky or even get their wrongful conviction, acknowledged. And they're some of the best human beings I've ever met in my life.
The bill now begins the legislative process. At the state capitol in Frankfort, Bodie Brooks, Fox 56 News.